Have you ever wondered why some people get addicted to smoking? How about a person that is very and overly meticulous, even possibly with OCD? These people might have chosen how and what to act, but there are underlying reasons that led them to choose those actions. Your present is shaped by your past. The psychosexual theory is a theory of personality development by Sigmund Freud, hailed as the father of psychoanalysis. His theory is based on the idea that libido, or sexual energy, is the driving force behind human behavior. He quoted that personality development occurs in 5 stages: oral, anal, phallic, latent, and genital. In each stage, there is a different focus of libido. According to Freud, if a child does not successfully complete a stage, they may become fixated at that stage and experience problems later in life. The first stage, the oral stage, spans from birth to 18 months old. During this stage, the baby derives most of their satisfaction by engaging in oral activities, such as sucking a pacifier, biting, and chewing to satisfy their desires. The baby gets much satisfaction by putting all sorts of objects into their mouth to satisfy their libido. Freud theorized that babies that are underfed might become pessimistic, overly suspicious, and envious in adulthood, while those that are overly gratified might grow to be too gullible. He also linked that people who do not successfully pass the oral stage might engage in excessive smoking, nail biting, or overly talkative, symbolizing their insufficient fulfillment of oral needs. The second stage, the anal stage, takes place from 1 to 3 years of age, wherein the anus now becomes the focus of libido. The child derives great pleasure from defecating. In this stage, the child needs to be taught how to control and release their bowels in a tender and understanding yet restricted manner. If the requirement of this stage is not met, or the parent approached in two extremes, it can lead to 2 possibilities. 1. Harsh or too early potty training becomes overly tidy, punctual, and respectful of authority. They also tend to prioritize themselves and are tight-fisted regarding money and possessions. Meanwhile, those that underwent a free, too liberal potty training tend to love giving things to others. However, they also tend to be messy, disorganized, and rebellious. The third stage is the phallic stage, which spans from 3 to 6 years old. Freud stated that in this stage, the child first discovers and derives pleasure from their respective genitals. They become aware of their bodies and become increasingly interested in their own genitals and even those of the opposite sex. Additionally, the child will start to experience and recognize complex mixtures of emotions, such as sexual desire, rivalry, jealousy, resentment, and fear. This gives boys the Oedipus complex and girls the Electra complex. The Oedipus complex states that male children tend to be more affectionate to their mothers and see their fathers as a competition. On the other hand, the Electra complex states that female children become more affectionate towards their father and sees their mother as a competition. If this stage is not resolved appropriately, and children do not learn about their genitals or how to handle their emotions, they tend to become overly vain, exhibitionists, or sexually aggressive. Men might have constant need for reassurance, validation, or become overly assertive. Meanwhile, women might lead to want to dominating men, see constant rivalry with other women, or seek for male attention or approval. The fourth stage is the latency stage, which takes place from 6 years old to puberty. In this stage, libido is dormant, and the child, now a teen, redirected their desire to other activities, such as education, forming relationships, and learning skills. Passing this stage means that a child will learn how to form and maintain healthy relationships. However, if they are to fail this stage, they might struggle with insecurity and social isolation in adulthood. They might have difficulty forming meaningful relationships, making friends, and constantly feel that they are inadequate. The fifth and final stage is the genital stage. During this stage, libido reemerges and is directed towards those of the opposite sex. The teen, now an adult, begins to be more sexually mature and explores their sexual desires maturely and responsibly. This period onsets romantic and sexual emotions, which leads to intimate relationships. If this stage is not met, then the adult may experience problems in forming and maintaining close relationships, feeling intimate, and experience mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Sigmund Freud's psychosexual theory, although controversial, shows valuable insights into the complex process of personality development. The theory's 5 stages, from the oral to the genital, highlight critical roles of early experiences in shaping our future behavior and tendencies. The psychosexual theory underscores the significance of addressing developmental challenges at each stage to promote healthier, more balanced adult personalities. Ultimately, our past experiences shape our present and future. And hopefully, when we become the ones that would shape the future of others, we now know better the results of our own actions.